I am Dungeon Master, your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, welcome back, everyone. I am the Dungeon Master, and this is Heroes Wanted. Tonight, we rejoin our heroes, Soggy, Vathel, and Flamma, as they continue their journey westward to confront the horde of goblinoids marching towards Waterran and the rest of the civilized lands. And as they are reaching the edge of civilized lands, they come across a massive, probably 50, 60-foot stone archway. This ancient monument has elven runes carved all along it, and it is radiating the same kind of power as the standing stones by the pond that you guys had encountered not long ago. Soggy, as the only player here of the of the three PCs, I'm gonna rely on you to steer the party, and then if there's combat, I'll control the other two so that you're not short in combat.
Understood. Are you hearing me?
I heard understood. If you've said anything else, no, I did not hear that.
Oh, all right. Uh, so Sagi sort of looks to the thing and sort of looks very nervous to it, knowing that the that the last magical object that radiated the same power, who who one moment.
Okay. So yeah, obviously you guys will be introduced as soon as we.
I'm sorry about that. I was interrupted audio
Oh, it's all
wise.
good.
And so he sort of looks to this thing and is sort of nervously examining it, knowing that the last time he messed with something like this, an aboleth went up and killed his boar.
Yeah, poor Barry.
Poor,
Do you
poor.
hear the Dungeon Master breaking up a little bit on his audio, or is it only me?
Am I breaking up a little? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I was hearing the breaking up too.
It's like like static.
Huh. I apologize for that. It could just be some lag on my end.
Yeah, that sometimes happens, but it's alright. Anyways, like, Soggy is sort of like being cautious and examining this. And what rolls should I make?
Okay, so if you're going to examine it, you're probably going to want to roll a investigation check.
An unnatural 20!
Supernatural 20. So, as you are investigating the stone archway, you can see that it is so ancient that it is covered in moss. Despite being solid stone, the moss has slowly grown into the rock over, tens and hundreds of years. As you get closer to it, you realize the sheer size of this thing. It is like the St. Louis archway, but not quite as big on that scale, but still for something ancient like this, it is truly massive. You touch the ancient stones and you can feel that humming vibration of power, the same as the standing stones before.
And
However,
Soggy
however,
backs,
however, this time it doesn't uh light up or do anything like that.
Yeah, but when Soggy feels the humming, he sort of backs up a little.
Yeah. And so backing up, see the stone just standing there, uh monumentally massive and imposing.
Soggy sort of looks to his two companions and with worry and sort of like, sort of just thinks to himself, like, what exactly is the purpose of this ginormous arch? And why is it so? And why is it here? So he decides, look back and forth, to step in into the path underneath through the arch.
As you are stepping underneath and through the arch, you can see on the underside all kinds of markings that are dark, but they're on an inner track of the stone circle. It's kind of like the Price is Right wheel.
So it's a game show.
You have to spin the inner uh track around until it lines up with the symbol that you want.
Okay, what symbols are there?
Looking at the symbols, all of them are Elvish arcane runes. Do you speak Elvish?
No, but I do have a companion who speaks Elvish, and he looks over to Vathel.
Ooh, that's right. I am an elf. All right. So Vathel comes over and he points out to you that these Elvish runes each coincide with a different um, realm of existence, sort of like the Norse believe in like uh, um, why am I spacing on the name of their place? Asgard, and then like Midheim and Niflheim and all of these different realms. It's kind of like that, and he shows you, you know, his symbol, and it's the symbol for the Underdark, and he spins it around until that symbol is directly above you, and then all of a sudden the whole thing lights up, and Torvin and Nibbles, you come running straight through the portal, having been running through the tunnels trying to escape a well-known Underdark foe that was chasing you guys as you were going about your deep gnome business down in the Underdark. Whatever task you were about, suddenly, without warning, you guys were set upon by a huge, twisted figure who has only one goal in mind, and that is smashing gnomes and turning them into jelly to spread on their hard, black underdark bread. And that is a Fomorian who comes running through the archway just behind you guys before it closes. And so now everybody can roll for initiative as you guys all deal with the sudden shock of being here in this above ground world, and the Fomorian is now a threat for the party as well. Let me roll for
Logging
these
just
guys.
here. Torvin abroad! Don't look back! Don't look back!
And Sagi's seeing the from both the gnome seeing the gnomes sort of like his scales sort of like ripple up like a cat, because if you don't know, kobolds are not fans of gnomes.
Yep. So kobolds have a natural reaction whenever they're intimidated or frightened, where their scales turn slightly upwards, making them look just a little bit bigger like a cat.
Didn't even pay attention. I am running for my life at this moment. Thank you.
And then Soggy, it is your turn.
Soggy sort of sees this Fomorian and sort of looks to Vathel with a whisper and says, Soggy thinks this is bad, yes?
It ain't great.
Soggy sort of like looks around and says, what would Donovan said do? What would Donovan's do? And he sort of like is trying to imagine to see what Donovan would do. And he gets that he would slay the evil creature before him. And says to himself, oh, I hope Soggy hopes he is doing the right thing.
Now, if this was the other game and you were playing Melody, I imagine you'd start singing What Would Brian Boitano Do? But yes, indeed. If you're trying to picture what your old friend Donovan would be doing in this situation, you cannot help but imagine that he would draw the shining blade of Arcadius and charge at this monstrosity. Oh,
And
letting
Soggy sort of like conjures his hands into the air as a lightning bolt strikes down on the Fomorian.
yes, and not just a lightning bolt, but a lightning bolt that takes the form of a giant electric eel, its head snapping and biting as it streaks through the air and hits the Fomorian. His eyes light up like LED lights, and what little hair there is on his body begins to smoke and sizzle, and as the flashing light stops, he just kind of like exhales a little puff of smoke like a cartoon.
Soggy sort of thinks to himself, oh dear, I hope this is, oh dear. It is not dead.
It is not.
I imagine Flamma will try and grapple it. This
Oh yeah,
so Flamma is going to
Th-
run over.
this thing looks like a tough fight, eh?
Just be careful. Just be careful not to let it crush you.
Ah, no worries. This is what I do. I find the biggest thing and I fight it.
So, care to make the attack?
Yeah, maybe. I'm getting to it.
Sorry, I was asking you as the DM to do.
Oh, yeah, well, gotta give the DM a second there. Oh, right. Well, I guess I'll try that again with me offhand. Even worse. Oh, there you go. I guess I'll just let that be my turn since I'm a bit embarrassed now.
Next would be Vathel, and he would back up.
Hey, Hazard, you're not in charge of the other players.
Sorry. I wasn't trying to be in charge of the other players.
It's okay. I'm just reminding you that, I got them.
Understood. So, Vathel would probably go on the defensive.
Hazard, I
I
got
was
it.
trying to imagine what you would do.
Well, how about you let me tell you?
All right.
So as Vathel backs up, he conjures his crossbow to his hand and takes aim at the Fomorian. He says, "Everybody get back! These things are extremely hostile and rather dumb as well. A bad combination. Lou Ferrigno, Rosie O'Donnell. You gotta watch out for these." And then he looses his crossbow bolt. Striking the Fomorian. It's a decent hit. it drops him down to half his hit points or less, and sensing that he has wounded the Underdark giant, he quickly launches another bolt from his repeating heavy crossbow. A natural 20.
Let's go.
The Fomorian is now heavily damaged as a arrow sticks out of his neck. It's not like he's dying from it, but he's like gurgling, and you can tell that it's not doing him any favors.
Okay, so first thing Nimble's gonna say, well, he's gonna look around, see that the giant's getting heavily wounded. So, oh, thank you very much, friends. Let me go ahead and help you there.
Soggy sort of murmurs to himself and says, "Oh no. The elf, the gnome thinks I am friend. This is the most embarrassing thing to Kobold."
Okay, so it's not showing me what that was. Oh, dissonant whispers. All right, so as Nibbles begins to murmur in an arcane tongue, suddenly the Fomorian grabs his head as the psychic whispers penetrate into his brain and cause him extreme discomfort.
Now he runs full speed away from me.
Oh, am I feared?
And Flamma will have an opportunity of attack.
Hold on, I gotta read dissonant whispers to make sure that I know exactly what's going on with it.
It's a cool spell.
Ah, it sounds like it.
Like, you immediately have to use your reaction to leave.
On a failed save, and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you. Okay, so it's not actually frightened. It doesn't have the frightened condition. It just automatically moves away. Cool.
Yeah. I think the pain is too much that I just... And I'll say, Tobin, I think we got this, man. You were always the stronger type, I guess. And I'll use a bardic inspiration on him.
Yep, and then I am attacking with Flamma for the attack of opportunity. Oh, yeah, he's still hard to hit there.
And that would be my turn.
Okay. So the Fomorian, instead of charging all the way back in, sees the kobold and charges him.
Soggy sort of like sees this and lets out a yep.
Before you attack,
Yes.
I will use a... it's called Cutting Words. I will use one expand of the Bardic Inspiration. I'll roll a d8 and subtract that from the roll.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your d8. Oh, come on. Okay,
Hey,
so
look at me! Look at me!
the Fomorian looks back over at you with his one bulging eye and the other one all like Pennywise droopy, and he stares at you, but then tries to swing his great club at Soggy twice. Oh no, Once with my great club and once with my evil eye. Okay. Oh, but like you said, I'm distracted. So I'm actually gonna use my evil eye on you.
That's fair enough.
An evil eye.
That would have hit.
His great club smashes the tiny kobold, dealing a moderate amount of damage.
Did you subtract the 8?
I did. I did.
Holy hell, he's got a big attack.
Yeah, I put my big boy pants on today.
Soggy sort of lets out a yip as the club of the Fomorian slams into him. And Soggy mumbles underneath the club and says, "This is worst day ever."
All right, so luckily for you, you succeed versus his evil eye and only take half of that damage. But it's still a lot.
It is.
You can feel the payback of his own psychic attack burrowing into your deep gnome brain.
Do you know why it was 12 instead of 25? Oh, because
you succeeded.
I thought it was 50. I was like, holy shit.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, no. It's because you took half damage. Torvin, your brother looks like he's in agony as the deep underground giant stares at him with his evil eye.
Shoot him in the eye! Please!
Having seen that his brother being attacked by this creature that was chasing us, he fills with uncontrollable rage. And even though he was going to wait to see if it destroys the kobold first before doing anything, he now realizes he has to step in.
Wait. Let's see where this is going.
It might have been his plan. So he would like to rage, first of all.
Despite all your rage, you are still just a gnome in a cage.
That's true. And he charges this thing. And let's see, I got all my stuff. So I didn't really go over you with what weapons and armor I have, so I just...
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Do you want a magic weapon or a magic armor?
Well, I don't have armor, so I guess I do have a shield right now, but I would probably take a rapier then.
Okay.
Magic.
Give me 1 second and I'll hook you up with your magic rapier.
If you already have a normal rapier, you can go down to your modifiers and put 1.
Yeah, I can already do that.
Oh, go right ahead then, yeah.
Okay.
Rage Bear.
Okay. So...
Oh, look at that. A deep gnome and a kobold fighting side by side.
A classic miss.
Can you use your bardic inspiration?
That's true, and I'm going to. It's a D8, right?
Indeed. Let's fucking go, baby.
21.
Yeah, that hits.
And since Soggy, even though he doesn't know it yet, we would be considered allies, right?
At this point. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
For now.
Or at least counts as an ally for purposes of D&D battle.
Sweet, that worked. Cool.
It did, and your rapier stabs into my calf, dealing fair amount of damage, and I yell in your face.
and I try to stab him in the face.
Stupid gnome, no stabby! Ow! What the I just said don't stab me! What?
He's like, what the fuck? Where did that came from?
Right?
I specifically said not to do that.
Okay, after recovering from the club hit, sort of glares at the giant creature before him, and he's going to use Thunderclap.
Thunder! Thunder!
Thunderclap, ho! I had to finish it.
Yeah. That was an OCD trap to find out. Alright, so it doesn't deal a whole lot of damage, but as a booming clap of thunder fills the air, the Fomorian is knocked back 10 feet.
Soggy says, "That is for clubbing!"
Wait, wouldn't that hit me?
No, it can fill a 3-foot, a 15-foot by 15-foot area, starting from any point, that connects to him. So he can do it just right in front of him. That seems to be a common thing. Is it just the wording of it or whatever that everybody thinks it like emanates out in all directions from the caster?
Just that it has a range of 5 feet, and it says that each creature within range. So my guess is it would be.
Oh, what?
around-
Are you using a different one than I'm thinking you are here, Soggy?
Yeah, he's not using Thunderwave. He's using Thunderclap.
Oh,
So I think this one would hit me.
yeah. I thought he was using Thunderwave too. Range 5 feet. You create a burst that can be heard up to 100 feet away. Each creature within range, other than you, must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 thunder damage. Oh, yeah. So he wasn't pushed back. He was right there. Okay. And then, yeah, absolutely, you need to target him and hit him with that thunderclap as well. Then, Soggy. Target the deep gnome next to you and recast thunderclap, please.
Bring it, Soggy.
Hazard, you there?
Yep. Yes, I thought you were controlling that character.
No. You, Soggy, need to target the deep gnome next to you and hit him with your thunderclap. There you go. Yep, not yourself. There you go.
You might want to untarget the Fomorian again, because you're going to have to do damage, right? Oh no, because I succeeded. I don't take anything. Cool.
Yep, so everybody's good.
Alright.
Except for the Fomorian.
Yeah, who already took his damage. Alright, let's all team up on him then. Ba-pa-pow! See? Even working better already? Alright, well, not that well, but still better than nothing. You talk too much, companion. Focus on the fight.
Oh, what should I do here? Uh, how about you think about cake?
Yes. Take time to ponder the beauty of cake. Wait, what just happened?
I made him think of cake.
Am I losing my turn?
Yes, you are.
What? I don't like that. I do like cake, though. Damn, this is a conundrum.
I mean, the Fomorian used to be all fancy like most Feywild.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, we
probably-
were beautiful giants when we were still allowed on the Feywild, and then we got banished to the Underdark and turned into these hideous monstrosities.
Finish him, Tobin!
Hey, don't tell me what to do.
Sorry.
No, it's funny that your two brothers, and so yeah, you're like finish him. Hey, don't tell me what to do.
All right, I rolled damage first, so
I saw that, but you did hit him, so
Yeah.
it's all good.
I
As
was messing with my shortcut.
As I did as well. I did the effect first.
Yeah. I was like, oh crap, that's my push to talk. I shouldn't put that as my.
yeah. So as the Fomorian is lost in his thoughts of cake, you quickly grab onto his belt and hoist yourself up to stab him right in his bulging eye, dropping him to the ground as he lays there dying.
Yes, Tobin! I'm sorry about that, DM.
What? Sorry about what?
About that loose action.
Oh, it was. I always like talk from the perspective of the NPCs, like even just what they're thinking or stuff like that. Just it helps me get into their mindset. And
Soul leaving the body.
yeah,
Damn, I really lost the turn right there.
yeah. So just like letting like where the NPCs are at with like why they're doing certain things. Just because I've found that some players they're not quite sure should this enemy be running away at this point. Why are they all targeting me? Is it the DM who's like out to get me and all that? And so by giving you like the inner monologue of the NPC, it can like eliminate a lot of those questions so that you understand like, oh, okay, he's not running away because we pissed him off with the way that we did this attack, or they're all targeting me because everybody else is wearing heavy armor and so they see a softer target, just stuff like that.
Fair enough, thank you.
Yep. So now, as Torvin, stabs into the giant, he's still in the effects of the rage. So Torvin, is the stab that brings the giant down the only thing you do, or do you go full Mel Gibson on him and continue to hack away until he is dead?
He would have. However, he turns and looks at the kobold next to him.
Soggy sort of sees this and sort of steps back slowly, saying like, please do not cut up the kobold. Please do not cut up the kobold.
And he goes, did you try to put a spell on me?
Soggy sort of like looks confused to him and says, no. Soggy put spell on big ugly thing.
And you can tell without even having to roll and knowing kobolds and their limited intelligence as well, that like he truly believes that he was only targeting the Fomorian at that point.
All right, Tobin. There's no need to fight here. Thank our friends for helping us.
You guys are welcome for our help.
I will.
I like how you guys switch places like that. It's almost like he comes up and pulls you back with his one good arm. You know, okay,
Yeah.
brother.
I will put Tobin. I will make Tobin to bow down in respect of them helping us.
I don't know about that. Vathel looks over, seeing you guys as deep gnomes, and recognizing the Fey connection between Drow and deep gnomes. He gives you guys a Feyish greeting.
Oh, I will continue with Fayer's greeting. Obviously, as you should.
Yeah, secret handshaking motherfuckers. And then Flama, he just continues like running around. Oh, right. Oh, that was fun. What else we gonna do here? Oh, you know, I'm just trying to capture the way that these players usually play these PCs as best as possible.
Soggy sort of
Is
like,
that a tiger?
Soggy sort of like tries to calm down Flama, but fails, of course, because he is a tiny little creature. This is all he can do. And then he looks to like the two deep gnomes and sort of looks to him with crossed arms. He says, "You, Soggy,
Hey, friend.
never would think to have seen the day Soggy would have worked with gnomes."
And the way he says gnomes, you guys can tell that, like, you know, his clan has had run-ins with your kind before and was not the winners of that encounter.
Well, very
You
nice
call
to
him
meet you.
little.
I will put my hand out. My name is Nibbles T. McGiggles. Do you accept my hand?
Soggy sort of like suspiciously accepts his hands, and
I imagine you sniff it first.
yes, that's
And I
exactly.
cast Cure Wounds on him as soon as our hands touch.
Soggy sort of feels this tingle of this Feyish healing and sort of backs up a bit, in surprise. Says, You heal things like priest.
I can heal things when it's required to, yes. But I'm not like a priest. No. I can heal things at a certain amount of, expertise. But like clerics, they're like, wow.
Then what is you?
I'm what you could say a bard. I studied in the College of Lore. Indeed. Yes. So
Soggy
I-
sort of like stares at him and says, What is bard?
it is an arcane type of magic. Studies the magic of certain arcane types. Yep. We know how to do magic. Yep. And we're also really curious. And
really
this is my
boring
brother, Tobin. Tobin, introduce yourself, please.
Bard stuff is boring. I'm Tovin. I just hit things.
Tobin is like
Soggy
that.
this as he looks back to the Fomorian and says, so why was Fomorian chasing you? As he goes to examine the corpse of the Fomorian.
At this point, both of the Deep Gnome brothers, despite their obvious differences, reach into their pouches at the exact same time, pull out identical looking pipes, and pack it with underground weed that they puff away on as they begin to explain the story of what they were doing this morning when they encountered the Fomorians. So I'm gonna let you guys start with what you guys were doing, and then I'm gonna come in with how the Fomorians started chasing you from there.
What you notice is that my pipe has a strange device that lets the pipe be lit, so I don't have to use another hand per se.
Ah, yes, I forgot you're one-armed. So indeed, your pipe has a custom lighter on the side of it that allows you to use only one hand.
Well, I was going. I needed some materials because I'm building this thing, and this material, right? I'm obviously not the strongest of the family here, so I asked my brother to help out. Obviously, I would give him some money for the job, and well, we were about finding the material, and it seems that we were not able to find it because it's very, very fucking rare. We stumbled across a mining party, I guess, but they were badly injured and running. Saying something about, a giant, but there was the material that we needed was right there. So I knew if I would have had just a little bit more time to grab that and quickly just ran away or something, or just hide, or anyway, it outsmarted us, even though they're pretty stupid.
Yeah.
And we kept running.
Yeah, indeed. And so, as you guys went for this rare ore that the mining party, had recently dug up, that is when the Fomorian who had driven them off and claimed the mining tunnels as his lair suddenly came, jumping out of the deep tunnels and swung at you and your brother, forcing you to drop the ore and run for your lives. And you ran back through the tunnel, through this ancient archway that was in the tunnel, and right as you reached it, suddenly it lit up and you found yourselves here.
It was fucking crazy, guys. Like fucking crazy.
As Soggy sort of listens to him say the word craft, he sort of is reminded to the fact that Donovan also liked the craft things, but mostly things that related to slaying vampires.
Do you mean like this auto reload hand crossbow?
Yes, but it wasn't built by him. It was found in a Soggy sort of tries to like he's sort of like waving his hands in the air to try and explain the fact that it's a thing from the past, from the future, and like
Yes, I want to hear this explanation how this works.
Soggy says, wibble wobbly stuff. We went through wibbly wobbly stuff, and now we are in back place. Now we are trying to figure out how to get to present place.
And your characters probably are able to parse what Soggy is saying about as well as you guys are able to parse what he's trying to explain. In case you haven't watched all 59 previous episodes of Heroes Wanted and need a quick recap, these guys actually are time displaced right now after having fought a powerful vampire who sent them hurtling back in time. And so he's trying to explain to you that the weapon that Vathel is using comes from the future, but now they're in the past.
All right.
And Soggy sort of looks to him and says, "Now we are currently going to this thing called a war, which Soggy is not excited for, to find answers to our conundrum." Soggy says as he tries to say the word conundrum correctly.
I slowly walked away and went
I-
over to Flamma and was like, is this guy like your leader?
Oh, yeah, don't know that we got a leader per se. You know, we tend to follow the dark elf. He shows us, you know, the safe path, and then you know, I clear out anything that's on it, right? And Soggy, I think you would call it a cunning drum.
A cunning drum, yes.
There you go.
Cunning drum.
And Vathel says, I don't know if I'm the leader. I just am the scout.
You is good leader, Vathel. You are very good at, and you are also good at shooting things too. We also had a dragon friend, but he had to go back to homeland.
Yeah, it's too cold there for the rest of us.
Yeah, and besides, Soggy doesn't know if they know anything about time magic.
Yeah, no, don't know nothing about time magic. Just know, you know, we should try to probably open this portal up again, see what else comes through. What do you think, huh? And he starts spinning it.
He stops him, stops Amel and says, "Please, we need to focus on the task at hand. Like the war," he says, "which is a place where you can fight many enemies." Yes?
Yeah, right. I guess so, but you know, still just saying. Like to fight something right now?
Yes, Soggy understands you want to fight something right now, but seeing that when we go on this path, we usually find things to fight, so we don't need to stay in one place. Yes?
All right. Well, let's head out. And he's already bouncing down the road. The wonderful thing about Tigers.
And Soggy looks to the two deep gnome brothers. "Come, I think we could have. We would like your help, even though you are gnomes." And he's sort of like deeply.
I love that he
really
says
bad
that. Yes. We would like your help, even though you're gnomes.
I imagine Vathel sort of responds to a slap on the.
Yeah,
On
he lets Soggy know, you know, hey, be kind to our new allies.
Soggy, sorry, Soggy's having, sorry.
Nobody likes being called a gnome.
Anyways, Soggy sort of explains where they're going, like to the east, and so that's where we're.
Yeah,
heading.
here. This is a good chance for me to pull out the map and just kind of go over that with you guys. What? Where's my Tenkan Earth map? Hold on.
Don't worry, take your time. I know you can do that.
Yeah, I'm just getting it pulled up real quick. Apparently it's not in this folder, so I'm gonna drop it in real quick. I thought I had it uploaded to all the games. Like the same map, so. Alright, here we go. Okay, so as you guys can see here on the big map, over in the middle there is a place at the south called New Eglia, and right next to it is the Border Kingdoms. They have crossed from New Eglia into the Border Kingdoms and are now right on the edge of the Horde of the Wilds and the Border Kingdoms east of Waterran right there, trying to find the location of this army that has already looted and pillaged, several areas along the way. And they would like to get back now to Waterran before the army gets there, because they have been unsuccessful so far in finding them in the open field. So they're right at the border between Horde of the Wilds and the Border Kingdoms down by Waterran, and now they're going to be heading back west to Waterran.
Fair enough.
Indeed.
Well, like I said, we don't have much here anymore, or ever, really. But if we would somehow help you guys get back to your time, maybe you could bring us there. We could probably have a fresh start. What do you think?
Soggy looks to him and says, "Well, we are trying to fix Mill back in present day. So you need to be careful, because there is a lot of things known as sucky sucks back in the future."
Sucky sucks. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna write that down. Right, sucky sucks.
Yeah, Soggy has his own,
Yep,
communication.
I understand. He's playing his character. It's okay.
Yeah. When Soggy sees a vampire, he says sucky suck. When he sees a giant, he says big thud. When he sees an apparition from another world, he screams at the top of his lungs. And when he sees a human, he says topsoil thing. Person.
Would I know that right now, like gnomes, dark gnomes, are in bad blood with their people?
With kobolds? Yeah, like everybody views kobolds as like a general nuisance. General nuisance?
Well, we're pretty friendly here, and I mean, I would really like to help you guys help us, if you know what I mean. So I think me and my brother can agree to help you to a certain extent. What do you think, Tobin?
Yeah, I suppose we could. The price is right.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure we could find a lot of shinies in the way.
There is one thing as deep gnomes that you do know. The surface world is home to the mountain dwarves, even though they're not technically on the surface, they have, deep mountain homes and all of that. It's the surface compared to the Underdark, which is where you guys come from. And up here is where the dwarves have hidden much of the wealth that they have plumbed from the depths of this world.
Remember those stories when we were young, Coven? We're in this place, the land of the gold.
We just gotta
So-
find it.
You like Chinese? Soggy says as he listens in. Soggy also likes Chinese.
Yes, who doesn't like shinies? Exactly. Look, I'm going to show you something, okay? Us. To show you that we are friends. And I will pull out the 300 gold diamond that I have.
Ooh.
Soggy says, big shiny.
Yes. But this is, yes, very valuable, but this can also save your life. Studying, I found a way to use this to help someone come back here.
Oh, sort of like a Soggy sort of fishes his pockets to show the star sapphire he's kept on for good luck.
Yes, so what Soggy produces for you is a geode-like rock that exposes a mineral inside that is a star sapphire, and on the rock part there is carved a rune that is carved into the star sapphire so that it glows and glistens when the light hits it just right, as if the whole thing is some kind of LED solar light or something.
Ooh, I'm gonna get my little like glasses. It's only one little glass. Glass. I'm gonna try to look in it. What does this do?
So you actually recognize the language that the rune is carved in because it is an Underdark symbol. It is a symbol of protection, and when attuned to it properly in the right area, it gives you +1 on all of your saving throws.
Ooh. Do you know how to use it? I can help you use it.
Soggy does not know much, but that would certainly be a big help. Yes.
Ooh, I
Soggy
could
smiled.
probably make a
It is just
contraption.
some gargoyle.
I could probably make a contraption for you. I could probably make a necklace, or probably make a little bit of armor or something. Oh my god! You see his brain just.
You actually have to bust out your little work pad and start like jotting down notes.
Yeah,
Soggy
that intense.
sort of mumbles to himself. I know gnomes are
What if?
inventive, but
Wait. What if I do something like this, and I will punch on my chest, and my armor will come off and will stand? What if I put that into something like this? Or maybe a bracelet that could do the same function.
Soggy sort of like thinks to himself and says, "Whoa, how about fishing rod?"
Where does he need to put it, DM? Do I know?
Wait, what?
Do I know where's the specific spot that he needs to put it?
Oh, yeah, it is something that needs to be either used in the Carpathian woods where this gargoyle resides, and as long as you're there, you'll get +1 to saving throws. Or if you want to make it into a permanent magical item that can be used anywhere, you would have to craft it into any of the jewelry slots. So amulet, ring, you know.
I would have to make a ring out of it or an amulet, basically.
Soggy sort of thinks to himself and says, "How about amulet? Soggy can help with design."
Okay. I mean, okay. I like designing my creations, if that's okay.
Soggy did get it as gift from the elements. It is a thing. It is a sacred thing.
Fair enough. Okay. Just let me take the markings on it just to make sure how it, if it fits, when it fits, how it fits, and then I'll give it back to you. Then when I need it back, I'll let you know. Okay.
All right. So as as we're sort of walking by, it's sort of like this is like along the way.
Oh yeah, yeah. You guys are walking and talking, and um, as you guys are doing so, one thing that stands out to you, deep gnomes, is the sheer enormity of this place. Because even though the Underdark is massive for anyone who's used to spelunking, they would call it an entire underground world. It is still a finite space. There is a definitive ceiling, and even though it's miles and miles wide in some of the caverns, like it's still a finite space. And here in the upper world, the sky just goes on forever, and the land stretches out as far as the eye can see in every direction. The sun is so bright that it's actually causing your eyes pain, and making it harder to see everything. But all around you is just the largest, you know, space that you've ever seen. And there's something else besides just all of the plants that actually go through photosynthesis and all of that, that are new to you. There's also more flying creatures than you've ever seen in your lives. Giant birds of all kinds fly around overhead, and even more massive herbivores. I mean, there's big creatures in the Underdark, Fomorians, Umber Hulks, giant creatures, purple worms.
Being proficient in history, do I know of some animals that live over here?
Uh, you can roll a history check. All right, so you would know that occasionally creatures from the overworld find their way into the Underdark, and the creatures from this area of the Underdark that get lost and stumble down, uh, tend to be um, enormous herbivores that walk the plains. Everything from rhinoceros to elephants, and even prehistoric herbivores like giant ground sloths and um, things of that nature.
Fair enough. Okay. So I'm seeing very new species, basically.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to write. I'm gonna try to write them down. I'm gonna try to write a description of the species that I am looking at. Would I need to roll for that?
No, you don't have to roll to write descriptions of everything. However, much like any explorer trying to describe something completely new, you basically end up comparing it to other things that you're already familiar with. So like a rhinoceros would be a pig with its tusks along the center of its head. You,
Yeah.
things like that.
A bird may be a flying worm,
Yeah.
but colors and things, I will write them down. Just because I'm curious.
And Tovin, that's actually something you guys are so used to your dark vision that only shows you black and white. Um, Now out in the sun, despite it being blurry because of sunlight sensitivity, you're seeing vibrant greens and reds and blues. All of these colors for like the first time in your life.
Yeah, he's just taking everything in. Um, it's all weird to him. He's just know what to think, and he's trying to make it look like he's not actually caring about it because he doesn't want people to know that he actually cares about that. But it's like he is trying to take it all in.
Yeah, Soggy's going to make an insight check
Into what?
to reveal to him that he's actually very focused on the to reveal the deep known
Don't worry.
interest in
Don't do an insight check. I'll be like, he's a real sweetheart. He's just a hard rock. You know. He just does that for protection.
Hmm.
But he's a really nice guy.
Soggy never knew Soggy would be talking alongside gnomes. Usually, gnomes would be very very angry at Soggy, or Soggy would be very very angry at them because they steal and trick.
Well, how I see
Oh
it,
man, he's doing that thing where he's repeating the stereotype to you, and it almost sets you back for a moment. But how do you react?
the way I see it, Soggy, you and your friends helped us when we needed, and you want it or not, I'm in debt with that. We would have died. We would have 100% died, 200% died against that big giant fatty or whatever you call it.
You called it Fomorian.
Try to speak your language, Soggy. I'm sorry.
Yes. Soggy is trying to understand common language, but
Please.
Soggy has hard time. But Soggy understands your plight, and Soggy sort of sees a bit of Soggy in you. Yet you are a lot more smart than Soggy. You know how stones work.
Yes, so yes. Actually, what time is it? Very noon. Okay, let's keep walking. Yeah. As soon as we have a time for rest, I exactly know how to do what we want to do for this rock.
Yeah, so you guys spend the rest of the day, walking until, it's getting time to rest, eat your rations, set up camp, all of that good stuff.
Fair enough. I will begin the ritual for Lehman's tiny hut.
Soggy sort of peeks over the deep gnome's shoulder to see what he's doing.
And I will make it. Are we still like in a grassy area?
Yes.
I will camouflage it with like the colors of the area we're in.
Yeah,
Right.
so the way I like to picture it is that Lehman's tiny hut basically takes area around you and creates a little like hut, a little cabin out of it. And so like the dirt literally rises up um, around you guys, and the grass, forms the roof, and it's like a little hobbit hole, um, um, that uh, is naturally formed by the ritual from the ground around you. So yeah, it doesn't have to be camouflaged. It's already part of the natural scenery. And if you guys were doing this underground, like the very rock itself would, form into a little cabin for you.
Do you still apply the rules of no one can come in if I don't want to?
Right. Yeah, it follows all of the mechanics. Just flavoring is it's formed from the stuff around you.
Fair enough. Okay. So everyone can come in. This will keep us safe. This will keep us dry and comfortable. I can change the temperature in it to whatever we need. If you guys think it's too hot, please let me know.
Well, that's the thing about where deep gnomes come from, is it is actually pretty warm down there, just being so near the core and all of that. So it probably is a little hot. It's a little bit like a sauna.
Okay. Can I see the stone, Soggy?
Soggy shares with him the stone.
Fair enough. Let's see what we can do here. I will grab.
As the crafting is going on, Soggy is going to spend the time sort of like doing some artwork on the walls of the tiny hut. Sort of like
I don't want to ruin your dreams, but that will not stay when we leave.
Soggy knows it. Soggy knows nothing is permanent. It is all in the mind of dreams, after all.
Dust
And this-
in the wind.
I will take 20 gold pieces and I will cast heat metal and heat the pieces into, liquid gold. And I will start working on making a amulet with my tools.
Can heat metal get something hot enough to melt it like that?
I don't know.
I don't think it can.
I imagine it's gonna make it more
Malleable. Yeah, and gold is a pretty soft metal, so yeah, I think I will allow that through, castings of heat metal you can.
Plus, on top of that, I have mending, which will allow me to mend it, however, in the shape that I want it.
Well, right. You have to basically shape it, but then
Yeah,
I would
basically shape it and then use mending to like do
round it out, and yeah. So because gold is a soft metal, I'll rule that you can use heat metal to get it just malleable enough to start to work it into a ring shape, and then use mending to complete the loop.
How much level 2 spells of heat metal would you, or how much times
Your
heat metal?
the rest of your allotment, but you're gonna do a long rest. So
Fair enough. All right, and then after doing that, I will insert the stone.
first, you have to carve the stone down into a
Piece.
shape. Yeah, that'll be able to be set.
Okay. I will try to.
Yep. So
carve
roll tinker or artisans. Roll your artisans tools.
Yep, I will try to carve it into a star.
Which maybe you should set yourself up with jeweler's tools instead.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna do that. Is it gonna be dexterity then?
Yes. Fine jeweler's work is often, a dexterity thing.
I have it as alchemist.
Yeah. Jeweler's tools it is. So you're able to make a fine ring using your gold and carving the
I
gem
want to do
down.
an amulet.
Oh, I'm sorry, amulet. Yeah. You're able to make a fine amulet using the gold pieces to shape links and then setting the stone into the setting. I think that's just what it's called for an amulet too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But as you do so, there's a sudden spark of arcane energy that flows out all around, and everybody in the hut needs to make a Constitution save.
Okay, shit. Can I re-roll that with luck?
Yes, well, that's what luck is for.
Fuck, can I re-roll that with luck?
I think you only get it once per day.
True.
Do I have luck?
Well, really? Is that the way you play it?
I'm not saying that's I use raw, so let me look it up again and see for sure what it says.
It says you can choose to spend one of your luck points.
Oh, you have 3 luck point. Yeah. I'm sorry. I was thinking of the halfling trait.
Halfling trade. Yeah.
Okay, so on a saving throw, you spend 1 luck point to roll an additional d20. You can choose to spend 1 of your luck points after you roll the die, but before the outcome is determined, you choose which of the d20s to use for the attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. You can also spend it when an attack roll is made against you and subtract it. Okay, so yeah, because of the nature of the way that this goes, you obviously don't know the results. So it says you can spend it after you roll the die, and you can therefore do it, but all you can do is choose which one you want to use. You can't.
Do it again. I imagine. Yeah. I mean, I can do it more than one a day, but I can't do it in the same situation twice.
Exactly.
I would understand that.
I'm going to use the 17.
You don't have lucky, Soggy.
Oh.
By the way, is this a charm or
No.
something like that? No.
No, it's a Constitution save for a reason. I'll explain what happens in a second. Tovin, please roll your Constitution. Oh, I see it. All right, never mind. Got lost in the translation there. Okay, so everybody except for Tovin failed, and Tovin, your Constitution allows you to shrug off the effects, but you watch as everybody else around you all of a sudden falls asleep. They're just out cold.
Oops.
I immediately go to kind of kick Nibbles.
As you do so, he takes a long time to come to. Like, it feels like forever. It was probably like 10 minutes, but like it feels like forever. And when he comes to, he's all groggy. He has level 1 exhaustion, and he is denied his long rest.
No way.
Super serious. No.
Yes. Oh, God, I do not know. I do not know what happened. I apologize to everyone. Sorry.
It's all right.
I feel really.
So who wrote who?
But, you know, I'm a man of my word, so I got to continue. I will cast Detect Magic to make sure
It
that my
worked.
job is done.
Yeah, it worked. The amulet is completed. It's just you were meddling with things beyond your keen.
Yep, it appears to be magic. It appears that the whole amulet is glowing, correct?
Yep.
Yep. Soggy, you can now put it on. Make sure to spend some time with it. Just, I would recommend sit
Soggy
down.
is still asleep, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah, everybody else is still asleep. The only reason that Nibbles is awake is because Tovin has been trying to rouse him.
Would I know if I woke him up, their long rest will be denied as well?
Anybody who failed their save is
I'll wake
basically
everyone up.
drained.
I'll wake everyone up.
Yep. Everybody's up.
I'm sorry, Soggy. I don't know what happened. That was not my intention to make that.
He's like,
You're not
oh,
hostile.
that is. It is all right, but Soggy has never been this blown back by magic. Must have been quite powerful gift by Gargoyle.
I was about to remove one wisdom.
No, it's just the fact that you adjusted a stone that the gargoyle had used primitive magics on, and you turned it into an actual +1 to all saving throws amulet, which is pretty powerful. So
I think we shouldn't be working with magics that we don't know the powers of. I think it was way too powerful for me to actually try, and I think we should be grateful because this type of magic could have easily wiped us out of this place.
yeah, exactly.
Soggy agrees.
But
Your powers are truly mighty.
I made sure that the amulet is completed. I made sure that it's magical, so here you go. Have it. This will once you get used to it. That's why I said you should probably meditate. Just close your eyes, think about it for a little bit, so you and it can be one, if you know what I mean. But once you're with it, you will be able to be a little bit more intelligent, a little bit more charismatic, if it requires you to save, for example.
Yeah, it'll protect you.
It will protect. It is protect.
And Soggy puts it around his neck, even though he's exhausted.
I will sleep now.
We shall all sleep, I think. Yes?
Yes, please.
All right. So you guys are able to sleep, and thanks to the Leoman's tiny hut, you're safe through the evening. But like I said, you guys who failed your saving throws wake up still feeling exhausted. You get your short rest. So Soggy, you get back your warlock spell slots, um, and you guys are able to spend hit dice if you want to spend hit dice
Don't
and
worry,
all of that.
I can cast the hut one more time. We could sleep it off and go into the night. What do you guys think?
Here's the problem with that. You guys only can take one long rest per 24 hours.
Oh shit! Let's go, guys. We gotta go.
We
I'm
are
pretty tired. Pretty tired. Pretty tired. And I can't do much too. So yeah, let's see where this goes.
So the next day, you guys, are rested but still exhausted from the draining effect of the magic, and it's slow travel as you march your way across the plains. You encounter a caravan, and we're just going to go all theater of the mind for this. There is a group of people headed west that catch up with you, and they are fleeing.
puts on his disguise.
Yep, you look like a halfling. You guys notice that the kobold now looks like a halfling, and so as you guys are traveling back west, this caravan that is also traveling west catches up with you. You can tell that they're making haste and fleeing, likely from the horde.
Oh well.
Soggy sort of hails the caravan and says, "Is the horde? Where is? We are looking for big mean hobgoblins.
They
Do you know what they?"
they just ignore you and keep going.
He thinks we should go to where they were running from.
I still think we should sleep. But yeah, let's go.
You guys are gonna go the way that the caravan was coming from.
I mean,
I guess so, yeah.
they were probably heading to Water Run.
They are going to Waterran, yes.
We're probably going to follow them.
Oh, you're gonna go the way they're going.
Oh, okay. Because that's why I was quiet. Because I was like, "Are we going to go fight the horde? Is that where we were going?"
I was confused too, because
Okay.
yeah, I didn't know that didn't seem like the best plan, but
I meant to say going towards where they're heading to.
yeah. That makes a lot more sense, and so yeah, you just continue to follow the path towards Waterran. As I said, you're not making great time just due to being exhausted and everything. Although Tovin, you're probably getting a bit frustrated because you feel fine, and even though you understand being tired, it's probably not something you're really you know like you don't care, like
Not tolerant of it.
yeah. So
Babies.
yeah, so you're like marching along, and every mile you gotta like stop and rest for them, and so you're just like not making great time.
Are we falling behind the caravan? Since
Well,
they're
yeah, not
mobile?
they're just they're fleeing. They're out of there. So you guys are just walking behind the trail as best you can.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm gonna keep a good lookout behind us to see if I see anything, since they're taking their huff puff break.
Go ahead and roll for perception. Yeah, all you can hear is their heavy breathing, and you can't see anything. Your eyes are still adjusting to this harsh surface world sun.
I'll try to get them to move at a little faster pace, even though I know it's not going to happen, because I know that these guys are fleeing from something that I'm not aware of.
Hey, don't say it's not going to happen. You know the song. Where there's a whip, whoosh, there's a way.
Where there's a whip, there's a way.
So, just saying. Never say never.
All I can do is stab him in the ass with a rapier.
Hey, that might work too. People don't tend to slow down if they're getting poked with a needle. So anyway, would you like to kind of motivate them or more intimidate them to get them to move faster?
He'd be screaming at them and telling them that we need to move now.
So
I don't need what you guys are running from, but this seems bad, and you guys need to hustle now.
So why don't you go ahead and roll for intimidate?
But it comes out more like a whimper, probably. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. So you basically do that thing. You do that thing where like you go to yell and scream, but like your vocal cords just like pinch, and you're like, "I'm trying to tell you guys that we need," and it doesn't sound right.
What's the hurry, Tobin? God.
They're running from something. I don't know what they're running from. Soggy was trying to tell us something about what they're running from, but I don't know. Do you?
No.
Well, we're gonna find out if you don't hurry up.
You're probably right. I'll try to hurry up.
All right, so now
Here's me trying to hurry up, okay?
yeah, I was gonna say everybody roll a Constitution check.
Oh, that's a Constitution? That'd be great.
I got worse than you guys. That's awesome.
And Soggy, roll a Constitution check, please.
Just that.
Hey, how come it didn't?
Yeah, you gotta roll again.
Hold on. Let me make sure that I have this. Yeah, you have exhaustion 1 on. Why didn't it? Oh, because you rolled a save. Constitution check, Soggy, please. Okay. So you guys are unable to move any faster because despite the fact that your brother has like dug deep and tried to, keep up with you, the kobold just cannot keep up.
I'm trying to look up the rules on Bardic Inspiration. But yeah, never mind. Yeah,
It can give it to any check.
yeah, but he would have to have it after the roll. I'm sorry, before the roll.
Yeah.
I can't see him fail and then say, "Oh, I want to give him Bardic Inspiration."
Correct. So yeah, you dig deep and you know you guys are making okay time for a little bit, but then Soggy just like falls out.
And Soggy sort of mumbles and says, "Someone carry Soggy."
Flama actually does walk over and pick you up. Right, all right, I'll carry you. All right, let's go. But now that he is exhausted and hindered carrying you, like it's the same pace, but at least Soggy is not, you know, gonna die.
Let's continue, guys, as hard as we can.
So as you guys continue on, it's another day, another set of rations, and are you going to camp or are you going to push on through the night knowing that the horde might not be far behind?
Oh no. Uh, to a boat, I guess. I think the smartest idea would be to push. How far are we from the next town, guys?
Well, you guys wouldn't know, and Soggy actually doesn't know either. Vathel would know, and he would let you know that it's probably a good 2 or 3 days yet.
Is it just like open area, or
Yeah,
is there
pretty much.
where we can veer off and find cover, if you will?
It's grasslands, so.
Okay. I mean, we would be pushing on for probably more than 2 to 3 days, so
Exhaustion's gonna come again.
I mean, at some point that caravan's gonna have to slow down too.
Yeah, but they're faster than you guys, so like
Yeah.
they're already ahead.
Well, do you guys want to push for one day and then rest after that?
Oh, I don't want to push. I want to sleep. But yeah, I think that's the smartest idea.
I'll go with you guys because technically I'm fine.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so if you guys are pushing through the night, everybody needs to roll a constitution check again.
Check or safe check?
Check.
No way. I will use my luck. It's a bit better.
Okay. Tovin, you are fine, but everybody else takes another level of exhaustion. Oh, but since you're getting. Oh, no, you're not getting your long rest. Yep, no, never mind. So, yeah, everybody takes exhaustion too.
So I think we should just rest.
Well, it's too late for that now. The exhaustion sets in after you've already.
Yes, but
Yeah, we're definitely gonna try to go as far as we can, and then we gotta rest.
we're already at 2 stacks.
Yeah, we're not gonna risk a third.
Oh, no, I hear you guys 100% on that. I just wanted to make it clear that, like, it's too late to avoid the second stack. The best that you can do is rest now. So, as you guys march through the night, you can see the campfires of the horde in the distance. You keep marching until they're out of sight and the morning sun comes up. And now, with exhaustion 2, do you finally rest, or do you continue to march on?
Soggy sort of cries out, "Please rest."
You've been getting carried all this time.
Yeah. Right? It's me who's tired, but okay.
God. Yes,
Even though he's carried, he still feels tired.
I'm sorry. I get grumpy when I'm tired. Let's rest.
Eat a Snickers.
Sure, bed sores hurt.
Yeah. And so, as you guys, I assume do the Leomins again, or do you not? Oh, yeah, because you can cast it as a ritual, so yeah, you're good. So, as you guys do the Leomins again, you are watching the ground grow, into the hut, and you step inside, but as you do, you can hear in the distance, way far away, but you can still hear it, the blasting of horns and the pounding of drums to a beat as the horde marches. It's way far away. They won't catch up with you during the rest. You can just hear it echoing over the entire, plains.
Let's sleep, please.
Yeah. And so now you guys do your rest, and you are back down to 1 level of exhaustion. And Tovin, I don't even think I need to do the long rest for you, but there it is anyway. All right. So you guys are back to 1 exhaustion, and you have full everything else.
Oh, well. Let's go, guys.
Yep, start hitting the trail again.
All right. So as you guys walk on, you see something. You see a stampede coming straight for you as whatever the horde has been hunting is making a break for it. You can't tell what animals they are just yet, but you can see the dust cloud and hear the thundering hooves, and you know that there is nowhere to run. You have to decide what you're going to do to escape the stampede. You can either stand and try to fight as these things, rush past you, whatever they are, or you can try to escape if you have, powers or something that lets you escape.
Soggy certainly has that.
What do you mean?
Oh, shit. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for Soggy to do his thing.
Yeah, I mean, I know you have thunderous step, Soggy, but that only gets you like 30 feet or whatever, 60 feet maybe. Like, it doesn't get you all that far. Like, you guys got to get like 300 feet away in the next, 12 seconds.
I cast invisibility on myself, Tovin, and Soggy.
Invincibility?
Invisibility.
Oh, invisibility. Got you. I'm like, invincibility, that sounds like an awesome spell, but I don't think you have that. So invisibility is one thing. It's definitely creative. Because of the nature of stampedes, though, it's less about whether they can see you or not. But I am going to rule that because you guys are invisible, that they won't just like target you. The only maneuver that they could possibly do to you would be an inadvertent trample if they enter your square. But
The idea is just start running even though they're behind us and just start booking it.
yep,
Or like making a diagonal so we can get out of their way without them seeing us.
yep. So what I'm going to do is have it be a dexterity check to see if you can dodge the first wave, and then we'll go from there.
Everybody?
Yes.
I'll use my luck there.
Okay. So, everybody manages to dodge the first wave of giant ostrich-like birds with huge beaks that remind you of axes. This is
Speaks.
Yep, this is the dreaded axebeak, a terror bird of immense proportions for a bird. And as you guys, dodge the first wave, you see a second, third, and fourth wave coming. Because of the nature of this encounter, and because I don't want you guys to be short-handed for it, I think the best plan is to end a little early tonight and pick up next week with a full complement of players to control their characters, since I don't want anybody to die without actually being in control of their character. This is going to be a tough fight as you face down dozens of axebeaks, not all of them intent on killing you, but all of them a potential threat. I want to thank you guys for playing. I want to thank anyone who's watching. And as always, everyone, good gaming.
Dang.